say, may I invite our speaker for today, no other than Professor Jhordan Cuilan from Benguet State University to give us talk on professional image. So, thank you.
Good morning po, ladies and gentlemen. Una sa lahat, sir, it's okay. For me, it's not really a big deal if, for example, my profile may not be given out. I am also in the field of teaching, ladies and gentlemen, and I am happy to be within a pool of elementary teachers or teachers in the primary education. Tama po? Kasi napaka-crucial. My mom also teaches in the elementary level. Although my mom is of course in Benguet. It is where I come from. So manora iwadwi siya at may kung mo na iwadwi niya. Namagin siya nga wala namin. So nga tinangkat yung Disney. Kaya I'll be shifting po, madams and sirs, from one language to the other. I hope that is alright. I am a pure-blooded Ibaloy, by the way. I come from Benguet, although I have been studying in La Unidad Benguet since high school. I'm a graduate of Benguet State University, and eventually I became one of the teachers. So imagine how awkward it is, my former professors becoming my colleagues. So imagine the pressure of reflecting a professional image, because you know that every day, even without you speaking, you are already being evaluated. And that is a reality. Well, we have to understand, people are natural critics, ladies and gentlemen. Kaya, one way to combat is, of course, to break their impression of you. Right now, you have your impressions then, as of the moment. Sir, by the way, thank you for facilitating. I happen to be doing that as well for quite some time now. Sa lahat ng pagkakataon, medyo na-engage tayo sa emceeing and hosting. And it's also one of the skills that I believe teachers should have. We can schedule another session. For MCing and hosting. Kasi importante din po yun. Sige po ma'am. But for now po, madams and sirs, ang focus muna natin, just for the first hour, huwag kayong mag-alala kasi wala pong bago dito. Come on! Sabi ko nga po kanina, when I entered, you already look professional. Wala nang issue doon. We just have to be reminded of some concepts. Correct? Please correct me if I am right. Sige, maraming salamat po. I am currently heading po one of the units, academic units of Benguet State University. That is our International Language Center. So for most of my engagements, as of the moment, medyo doon muna tayo sa internationalization because it's one of the trends for state universities and colleges. Despite, however, that we vary in terms of content, huwag kayong mag-alala, kasi pare-pareho po tayong namomonitor in terms of attendance. Ay, wow, pagkasabi ito na attendance. When I entered the Wellback, I only saw one person. Nasaan na po si Madam? Ma'am, where are you? Na nakita ko po dito. And then I was just informed na nasa taas po pala tayo. Right? Siyempre, we have to be on time. Sabi ko po sa ating kasama, kasi nagpahatid po ako, we have a DSU vehicle. We were supposed to be here mga 7:40, but we were anticipating of the traffic. So we traveled ng mga 7:15 from La Trinidad just to be here at least 30 minutes or at least 15 minutes before the time. And that is already setting an impression for professional image. Ay wow, nag-agree po tayong lahat. Maraming salamat. And that should be the brand that we should establish. Kasi we set impressions not only by how you look, not only by how you deliver, but also whatever non-verbal features you project. I hope it's alright na English and Filipino po yung ating language. Pero okay, mag-alala. Reminders lang yan. So that's about me po, Jhordan Cuilan, graduate of BSU from Benguet, pure-blooded Ibaloy. But sometimes we can speak ang Kanaoy, sometimes. Okay, and I will be sharing some of my experiences as I go through the process. I hope it's alright. Yes. Sige po, maraming salamat. Kasi sabi ko nga po, wala namang perfect eh. Lahat din naman nalilate. Si President na na. I'm just joking. Biglang ganun na. Siyempre may mga busy na kasama and that we have to understand. So what is a professional image? We will have this first and then we will pause for a moment for a very simple activity and then we will continue with our presentation. A professional image, ladies and gentlemen, I hope it's alright. Parang elementary style lang po, pakibasa, ng sabay-sabay, ng malakas. 1, 2, 3, go. Describes, go.
Describes the way a person conducts him or herself at work and in other professional settings.
Okay, so how do we conduct ourselves? How do we set an impression? Hindi po ba't sa pananamit pa lang? So kung maganda ang kasuotan, abay dagdagan na natin ang smile. Oh my goodness. It makes the day warm. Sometimes, however, pardon me, may mga iba kasi ang aura ng iba. Ang aura ng iba, yun ang hirap lapitan. Well, I can give you some examples if you want. I'm just joking. Meron pong mga mahirap lapitan. But if, for example, you smile, paano na kung taga-mountain province? Sorry po, I'm not against mountain province. I love mountain province people. Kasi mga mountain province, kung magsalita, parang galit every day. Alright, ipagdamahan ng mga buungan, kasladalat ng mga buungan. Saying, this is how I speak. Diba? So it's understanding the context at some point. It's understanding the situation wherever you are faced, ladies and gentlemen. That's being professional. I just had to mention of the time. Kasi yun po ang unang nakikita. We have been working with foreign individuals here in the Philippines. Sabi ng mga Americans talaga, in the Philippines, Jhordan, no program starts on time. Ano magagawa ko? Yes, panaklat na nga yung because it's true. Pero tayo naman po saktong-sakto. On time, 8 o'clock, andito tayo lahat. Wow! That's one professional image. So syempre, ako naman po bilang na-invite ng speaker, baka gustuhin ko rin bumalik ulit. Because after all, I saw how professionals the teachers are. Okay na po sa akin ng tubig. Tubig. Ay, ano po ito? Kahit wala pong masyadong token, it's okay. I love that. Biglang naapan. Naalarma si Miss Emily. It's okay, Miss Emily. Kahit walang tubig. Sige po. Now, pardon me medyo parang elementary classroom po talaga. After all, we have our alphabet. Anything that you wish to say about this photo? Anyone who wants to say something about this photo? What can we gauge from that photo? Parang iba yung narinig ko. Okay, number 1, reflection. Okay? So, kumplituhin natin sir yung thought. What about the reflection?
The reflection is deceiving.
Okay, the reflection is deceiving. O sige, sa ibang perception po yun, ma'am, or perspective, or that's the perspective of man. What other things can be, apart from, sometimes the reflection can be deceiving. I am not comparing po anybody to the photo. Hindi ko lang sinasabing whoever is in the reflection and whoever is in the mirror, or whatsoever. But we can actually say, life, ladies and gentlemen, is a matter of perspective. Sometimes will look like the rotten apple. But it depends on how you see yourself in actual. Or how you project yourself in actual. Hindi po ba ganun dapat yun? On a positive note, parang ano po yan parang baso na may tubig. Now, the water, if it's in the middle, for example, can be half empty or half full. So it's a matter of perspective. Saan po tayo? Half full na lang. Kasi parang iba yung perception kapag half empty, parang masyadong negative. Or if you are walking, kung kunada dumanan, mga analogy po ito. If you're walking through a narrow road and you see a stone, you can either stop or continue, with the stone being interpreted as a stepping stone or a stumbling block. Okay, so we can start with the mind setting, ladies and gentlemen. Ay, maraming salamat Ma'am Emily sa absolute. Sige. We can start with the mind setting, which brings me back to this activity before we engage in the very simple physical activity because I'll ask each of you to stand later. Sundan lang po natin yung instruction. The figure shows 4 squares A, B, C, and D. 1/4 of squares A, B, and C is shaded. Now instruction number 1, it says, divide the unshaded portion of A into 2 equal and identical parts. How do you divide the unshaded portion of A? You can write the answer in the air po. Diba? Napakadali. Sila po yung mga math teacher. Wala kang tanong, ginaganon na tayo. Very good. Okay, so that's how we divide it into 2. Now let's make it more complicated naman. Divide the unshaded portion of B into 3 equal and identical parts. Agas, wala pang tanong. Sinasagot mo nila. Okay, let's find out. Siyempre, kailangan pa natin ng verification check. Okay, very good. Tapos na po ang seminar. Divide the unshaded portion of C into 4 equal and identical parts. C. May nakikita na akong triangle. Clue. The answer is not in the form of triangles. The solution lies in the problem itself. We can take this until 10:30. Sige po. Okay. It's alright that we guide you. Baka may nagko-compute na po dyan ng value of x. That's how we do it. Balitin ko po para makita natin the problem lies, the solution lies in the problem itself. There. Now here is the ultimate question. Divide D into 7 equal and identical parts. This was done in world record time of 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is how we do it. Ganun lang po siya. 7 equal and identical parts. Pero gusto ko yung formula ni Madam. May paganoon pa siya. Okay. In any way, reflection lang talaga. Sometimes it's a matter of perspective. We need the mindset. A positive mindset for that matter. Halimbawa, nagkaroon tayo ng activity. Abay, simulan natin sa appreciation bago critique. You know what I mean? Meron tayong KKK approach na tinatawag po, sirs and madams. KKK approach in giving a criticism. Number 1 rule, if you have a criticism, you should also have a solution. You do not just critique, give a solution as well. What's the KKK approach? You kiss whatever is happening, you kick whatever is happening, and you kiss again. Meaning, put the negative comment in the middle. Hala, may iba doon. Namapikas na sa valid in color combination. In total, it fits your skin tone. Ayan naman. I mean, that's how we do it, right? KKK approach, or sandwich approach, as we call it. Sandwich. The buns would be the positive, and whatever is in the middle, or the meat, we'll talk about the constructive criticism. We call it constructive because there should be a solution to a particular problem. And if that's the way we speak, ladies and gentlemen, we are projecting a professional image. Ay wow, parang ang dali-daling sabihin, no? Pero napapractice din yan. Yung iba naman sa atin, puro appreciation. Sincere naman itong mga to, madams and sirs. Sincere naman na appreciation talaga. Hindi parang napilitan lang tayo. Okay. Now, because we will have our very simple activity. Oops, ayaw niya kumalaw. Okay, pardon na. Baka medyo na. Let's pause here for a very simple activity. I would like to reflect for 30 seconds only on this question. What is your brand? The brand of the Philippines is, it's more fun in the Philippines. Go tourism ang usapan. Benguet is the vegetable salad bowl of the Philippines. Lagunitan is the strawberry capital of the Philippines for tourism. But if we contextualize to individuals for 30 seconds only, think of your own brand. One thing that you project. Yung mga tipong kapag nakita ka nila dito sa school, siya ang bagay dyan. Because they know for sure that you project something. Like a brand. Pardon me po just to share. I am engaged in emceeing and hosting, and that became my brand in Benguet State University. Sometimes nagre-reklamo lang po ako. Bakit? Kasi para-paraki na lang. Hindi na lang ini-inform, nilalagay na lang sa program, bibigyan ng program sa akin. Siguro po nung una, I loved it. Because I've been emceeing and hosting back in 2009 when I graduated in college. Extended until now. Pero hindi ko lang matanggap na pinapa-host ako pati flag ceremony. I mean, it's not that I don't like it. My point is, through the years, I think my role should be mentoring already. Because some can train emceeing a flag ceremony. And I think that's something that I may have passed on, supposedly. And anyway, what's your brand? Opo. Ano mas madali, sir? What's your salary? Joke lang. Hindi. What's your salary? Ang sama-sama, discriminating. Oh my goodness, I've been speaking in DepEd Benguet sa may DO. Abong di attendance, nakakatakot. Salary grade, kunana. Nasa attendance sheet. It's my first time to look at it. Kulang may kasabi ka. Kulang ko ba? Tapos sabi nila, it's because daw of the ISO or something, gender and development. Sabi ko naman, ay wala pong ganyan sa BSU. Kasi it's also data privacy. And comment ko lang po na taon. Di ba lang nasabi ko po sa ano, sa mga kasama natin doon, pero I don't know what's happening. Random, what's your brand? Oh, dahil nandito yung isa sa mga advisees ko ng masters, okay, tanongin na natin. Kasi wala ko siyang magagawa kasi sinanong ko siya. Thank you for volunteering, Ma'am Emily. In your case, what do you think is your brand? Bear brand. Iba po kay sir. Kay sir, hindi po bear brand. Sa kanya po beer brand. Joke lang sir, joke lang sir. Okay lang din mag-beer sometimes. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not really particular with what they see in me, I'm pretty sure. But one of my colleagues told me that hardworking.
Hardworking. Pero umakyat yung intonation ni madam. Hardworking. So, si ma'am mismo din hindi siya sure. But the point is,
I
na.
will give her a brand.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
a silent
Okay. Silent but moving. Something of that sort. Okay. I would like to highlight the statement of Ma'am Emily. Ma'am Emily started by saying, I don't know how other people see me, but what told me is that that's exactly what the activity is going to be about. There are areas that we cannot see among ourselves, that only other people can. I think you're familiar with the Johari window.
Yes.
The Johari's window, or the Johari window for that matter, will account that a particular quadrant is only applicable for other people but not you. So, eto ang activity natin. Madali lang po. I have summarized the list of critical qualities that we need in the workplace. Pero pardon me po ha, hindi po natin titignan kung ano sa tingin natin ang mga descriptions natin. Rather, as we look at the descriptions, we think of a person that fits the description. Okay. Tapos, maglalaro tayo ng bingo. This is the serendipity bingo. I hope it's alright. Medyo tatayin po tayo mamaya. Mamaya. Let me first explain. The serendipity bingo is like the bingo game. You can only win if you have a particular combination. However, for this day, pardon me po sirs and madams, because I will only require of a vertical or horizontal, if not diagonal combination. So halimbawa, one of the items at the middle, sabi po dito, easily adjust to varying work situations. Kung may naisip ka ng tao, later, you go near the person and let her or him sign. Tapos kung nabuo mo lahat, kasi nataon yung mga nakita mong description applicable sa mga kilala mong tao dito, di congratulations. Bingo. I will only accommodate top 3 winners. Some items include a good listener. Ay wow. Other items. Sandali lang po, has a celebrity look-alike. Wow. Kasi ano, fashionista. Ito siguro interesting. Still single. Baka pag-agawan ko ang isa sa inyo. Okay, so let's first take a look at the items. Ma'am, sir, I hope it's alright. Pa-assist na lang. I'll just get one. And each should be given 1 copy. Tingnan natin yung mga items. Tapos, when I say go, tatayo po tayo. Without talking, by the way. Without talking. Just go near the person who you believe is being described and let the person sign. No talking po ha when we walk around. Sige, tignan lang natin, padaanan natin for 1 minute, 2 minutes. Kasya po ba? Sige po. May extra pa naman. So let's go through each of the items. Again, this bingo is actually covering 21 of the critical qualities that we need in the workplace. 21 critical qualities needed in the workplace. So, sample lang na items demonstrates an immeasurable amount of understanding. Oh, baka meron na po tayong nakita. Yung understanding lang talaga. Or baka naman nakalagay dito po, king or queen of all patience. May kilala na po tayo mga mapasensya. Patience saan? Sa students, sa trabaho. Sana pala ginawa kong negative lahat to, no? May lalapitan ka pa ba kung negative yung statement? Hindi naman. Okay, last 30 seconds to go through all the items.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have to be one teacher per...
Per item, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, one teacher only for every description. Kumbaga, one teacher for every box. Kung marami po tayong kilala, i-prioritize po natin muna yung isa. So, how many persons should sign for you to win the bingo? 5. 5 persons only for any of the combinations. No need to rush, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so without talking, just go near the person, point the item, let the person sign. If you form a combination, the first 3 to submit will be the winners. Okay, at the count of 3, you may start moving. 1, 2, 3. Daming nilapitan. Okay, so we only have the top 3 for now. While we were doing the activity before, may mga kasama pala tayo na kapapasok. So technically, there are 3 of them. Tama? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, sige. We have to understand, kaya sabi ko na lang sa kanila, kahit short time pa lang yung reporting, baka may napansin pa. Based on the aura. Okay, so everybody, thank you very much for engaging. Tama nga yung sinabi nila that we are all children from in adult bodies. Yeah, it's nice to be children too. Okay? Kung masyado tayo seryoso ngayon na narigatin, mas stress ang darating. Okay, so the following papers have been submitted for second, third, pero hindi naman pwedeng nagpasign lang tayo, right? Kailangan natin ng verification check. Verification check. Okay, I'll be calling on one of the persons, one after the other. Tell me or read the item. Tell me who signed. If you have a follow-up question or follow-up message, you can do it. Nataon po medyo yung combination dun sa first and third, pareho yung line. But it's alright, baka iba yung nag-sign. Okay, so the first one is Miss Emily. Yan, ngayon, panindigan mo, ikaw na yan. Okay, so read the item, pakisabi kung sino sa kanila. I hope you remember who signed. And follow-up question if there's a need to.
The first one is an entrepreneur. That would be encompasses, because we all know that during programs, there will always be fun if you are with her.
Alright, power. Thank you, ma'am.
As the X factor exudes confidence beyond compare, definitely Sir Mark, no question to that.
No worries. Si Sir Mark, ilang taon ka na, Sir Mark?
10.
Again?
30.
You are 30. Uy, nung kasing edad kita, 30 din ako. Medyo mas ano ko sa mga mas bata sa akin mo doon, may mas bata sa akin, di ba? Meron tayong utusan. Joke lang. Thank you, Sir Mark. Thank you, Sir Mark. Yes.
Another one ensures clarity of every message communicated. Ma'am Alona.
Where is ma'am? Ma'am Alon. Ay, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am Alon. Para ma-disqualify.
last celebrity look-alike fashionista, Ma'am Jerica.
Paris lang, Paris lang. Kailangan niya na ng photo shoot?
Yeah. For IG photos, marunong siya.
Instagram. Agasam, Instagram worthy. Ganon.
And the last one demonstrates incomparable time management skills that will be Ma'am Marian as well.
Ma'am Marian, nasaan ba sila? Ay, okay po. If ever hindi po napasign yung item sa inyo, you know for sure that you also have the quality. It just so happen, isa lang po kasi ang kailangan. Okay, so Ma'am Marian, follow-up question lang. How do you handle time? When you say you manage time better, how do you do it?
How do I do
Parang kasalanan pa ni Ma'am at nag-sign.
Wala lang, parang I feel stressed if I don't do it. So I should put it into plan.
Okay.
Okay, so I can meet the time. Parang ganun.
Maraming salamat na. Thank you. You know what? I think we share a common denominator. Ako po kasi kung hindi nakaschedule, yung darating na ng bigla, automatically, although I do it, I don't feel comfortable about it. Ito naman, hindi naman ito biglaan. Ito po na-schedule 1 month ago pa. Your colleague, Ma'am Emily, reached out to me January. And this is for February. Nag-reply po ako sa kanya after 2 weeks. Di ba ka lang sabihin? Okay, maraming salamat. Palapakan natin si Ma'am. Kasi they have the same combination. Yes po.
As in container, it's Jerica.
Okay. Ay, trono ito.
Has exude X factor, confidence beyond compare. Alona.
Ay,
Tapos,
sige.
ensures clarity of every message communicated, Ma'am Jhordan. And then has celebrity look alike. I choose, sino na ito? Si Judith.
Nasaan po si Ma'am? Ay,
Rare combination of colors. Yesterday she was all in red. Now she's in yellow.
maipapakilala ako Ma'am sa BSU, ganun. Kung violet, violet lahat. Walang sayan hanggang evening.
Demonstrates incomparable time management. That is Sir Arthur. Kaya na mapagalitan kayo dahil time, submission, deadline.
Okay. Maraming salamat po. So, technically si Sir Arthur, ganun din siya sa knowledge about processes. Kasi nga may mga deadlines tayo. Ano po bang walang deadline sa DepEd? Ito po ba yung when is the deadline? Yesterday. Wala po tayong choice. Thank you. And a different combination, Ma'am Jaira po ba ito? Yes, ma'am. Maraming salamat. Parang nagulat si Ma'am. Mura din ang recitation. Opo, hindi ko ito seminar.
Sa akin naman, Sir Pacday.
Yes.
Unahin natin doon sa baba. Still single. Marami kami pero.
Sino ko excited?
Ma'am Emily.
Okay. Parang tanggap na tanggap yung Emily na.
Diba?
Malapit na
I
lang.
know her.
Pero
Ay, malapit na.
sir.
Oo, Ma'am Emily wala kang sinasabi
Tapos, good listeners sir sa akin si Ma'am Pureta. Lagi akong
Nasaan po si Ma'am?
Ayan.
Ay, okay. Maraming salamat Ma'am sa pagtitiis. Hindi po, hindi po. Okay, Ma'am.
Dito ma'am, demonstrate incomparable time management skills. Marami po sila pero yung first na naisip ko si Ma'am Jen. Kasi every time tinatanong ko, tapos ka na, tapos na.
May mga wala pang tanong, tapos na kagad.
Natatapos niyo yung ginagawa niya agad. Tapos ito sir, response quickly to request. Ma'am Enlil, mag-request lang kayo sa kanya.
Nasaan yung si Ma'am?
Ma'am Enlil. Diba?
Ayun.
Diba? Tapos ito, recognizes problems and offer best solution. Naisip ko dito si Ma'am Marian.
Ma'am Marian, nasaan po si
Kasi-
Ma'am Marian? Ay, okay po.
Yes, doon din siya sa demonstrated comparable time management. Kaya na-recognize na yung problem agad. Binibigyan minsan ninenervyos siya agad pero may solusyon siya.
Okay. Maraming salamat. Ma'am, thank you. If I may have the papers, gawin nating souvenir. Sige po. Ma'am, thank you very much. Okay, for those among you who signed in others' paper, however, the person may not have been able to submit, this can be answers to this question. What is your brand? And that is what you show. That is what you exude. I'm not saying it's a brand to become single. That's not my point. Extra lang po yun, hindi naman yung critical quality. Dinagdagan ko po siya, by the way, ha. Hindi naman po yung lahat-lahat. Yes po, ma'am. Padaanan po natin lahat ng account dito, nasimulan na ni ma'am, has 3 social media accounts. I'll be one of the persons who has 3 social media accounts. I have my Facebook, I have my TikTok, I have my Messenger, and some other social media. Ma'am, ano po yung accounts natin? Instagram. Okay, para IG, Instagram po. But I have a reason for having 3 social media accounts. What was my reason for me to reach out to my students during the pandemic? Alam niyo naman po mga college students ngayon, actually po nasa generation na sila na talagang devices ang hawak. Right now, we allow phones in the classroom because this is what we do. We upload our PowerPoint, and when they are in the classroom, we don't need this anymore. They just do that with their phones as we lecture. Ganun na po ngayon nangyayari sa ating college classrooms. Oh my goodness, and they are active online. Meron din po tayong BSU Freedom Wall, kaya mahirap magpagalitan ng mga bata. Mag-shout out sa BSU Freedom Wall. And anyway, my point there was for me to reach out to my students. If I may, I think we have the same purpose. Mabilisan lang, what other items have you found intriguing? Always on time. Always on time. Okay, lahat po tayo dyan, sigurado ako. What other items? Attentive to details. Attentive to details. Reflects a mentor figure. Lahat po tayo dito, mentor figure. Even without you knowing, you are a mentor figure. Mabilisan lang din. Works well when activities are done as a group. Meron po tayong mga works well naman kapag individual. Willing to go the extra mile, has a wow factor. Mabilisan lang din yung mga hindi pa nasabi. Exudes knowledge of various office processes. Competitive, outspoken leader and mover. King and queen of all patience. Responds quickly, ay nasabi na po yan. Profiles, colleagues. Meron po ba tayo nagpo-profile ng colleague? You don't have to admit it, but I know you do. We profile our colleagues. Okay lang po yan. Sustains a positive attitude. Yung talagang parating nakangiti. Positibo lang. Has 3 social media, recognizes mistakes, what else? Consistently puts on a happy face. Maraming salamat po sa pagngiti. Because that is a factor. Nauulat maginanang ko ang teacher. Yeah. Kasi elementary siya, alam mo hinahandle niya, hindi ko pa alam. I think she handles grade 4, grade 5, and grade 6. How do I know na naungat? Naging elementary din naman ako. Hindi ko siya naging teacher, pero talagang ang approach na yan, ito ang pinaka-naaalala ko sa nanay ko. Pardon me, singitan ko, walang malay yung nanay ko dito. This is what I remember best with my mom. I think at some point this inspired me to become a teacher as well. Iba doy, basa! Basa! Clutches! Nagalit siya. Nagto! Clutches ikan! Yun naman niya, yung mga pinuto talaga pagka pinross out. So it made an impact on my end. Well, technically we start by being mentored. We start by learning. And so I majored in English, and now I tutor my mom. But I don't do the same approach. Right? Requirement kasi sa mga teachers po ng DepEd research. And ewan ko ba kung bakit ganun. Kapag yung nanay ko ang nagsasabi ng research, ako ay tinatamad. And I should have been the first one that should have helped her, right, in the first place. Mga tipong ganun. So nagpapacheck sa akin ng letter, ng research, for free. That's how it happened. I mean, pardon me. Usapang mga teaching. Immense desire to learn. We are forever teachers po. Learners as well, sorry. We're forever learners. And that will never end, regardless of our status. Now, let's continue with what I have in the presentation. Mabilisan lang po yan, huwag kayong mag-alala. As I talk about some stories. I was supposed to actually screenshot how Ma'am Emily invited me. Pero in-screenshot ko na lang muna yung invite sa akin noon sa DepEd. Kaya huwag kang mag-alala Ma'am Emily. So, kinumpleto naman niya, capitalization, complete words, 5 posts ng sentence. Kasi ang hirap pong mag-exude ng courtesy kapag written. You can do that easily if you are speaking. Sincerely, you say po, ma'am, sir. However, for written purposes, sometimes we have to choose the right words because there are vocabulary that might not fit the context by which you are doing the dialogue or conversation. Ating underlying factor mamaya, but don't worry, some reminders will be given. This is how we look professional. Appearance. Wala na akong issue dyan. Because you look professional. Kaya hindi ako mag-emphasize dito. Should we talk about color combination? Parang hindi na po bagay. Kasi meron na tayong fashionista. Okay. Meron na tayong mga color combination, people here. Another is manner and etiquette. We are in the field of teaching, and this is natural of us already. What do I mean manner? What do I mean etiquette? You know when to engage in conversation. You know how to approach people for that matter. Sometimes age becomes a factor. Yes, age really is a factor. Sabi ko nga po kanina, in terms of etiquette, natural yan. Kahit pa hindi sabihin. I mean supposedly. But among our children, that's why they are here in school, it's for them to be disciplined. In our case, hindi na po kasi tayo pedagogy. Let me just mention. What we do among our children in this exact classroom is pedagogy. Pakisabi po, pedagogy.
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 Yan, paglabas po natin, pedagogy. It's supposed to be in the first syllable, pedagogy. Tayo po na nasa adult level, ang tawag po sa ating learning ay andragogy. Andragogy. Kaya andragogical na dapat yung approach. In any way, for etiquette, this is one thing that we demonstrate, that we show. It's for students to imitate because you know how they are. Diba ganun po talaga, lalo na po sa crucial stages, elementary level. Well, one of these days, they might be serving as one of the teachers here as well. I also have my mentors though, in Benguet State University. And they challenged me, really. Kasi crucial po sa Benguet State University, sorry to say this po ang educational attainment. No masters, no permanency. Ganun po yung nangyari sa amin. Kaya sa context po namin, we had to pursue. Kasi nga, or else we will not get a permanent position. In any way, my teachers, my colleagues, nung una, nung undergrad ako, ang ganda-ganda ng department namin, wow, it's the best department. Nung nandun ako, it's the first department pala. My point here is, you come to know individuals better if you really are within their culture already. There is an organizational culture, as we call it, and life is like a puzzle because you have to fit in. Oray, ano yung mangyari? May na-build na rin po tayong culture dito, sigurado ako. And para tayo ay makasabay doon sa grupo, you have to fit into that particular culture. Sometimes it questions what you previously know about the group. Eventually, you will have your own ways to tie things up. My point is, I don't appreciate everything that I have encountered in Benguet State University, but right now, it's my bread and butter. So I don't have a choice but to stay there and rather move on to how I also influence people. Mga tipong gano'n. Kung etiquette naman ang usapan, di ba, no civil service pay rule, given na po yan. Given na yan. Pero dito po kasi personality na po ang usapan. Attitude. Behavior. Magkaiba po ang personality at attitude, by the way. We are 30, sabi ko natin, we are 32. So we have 32 personalities in this room. But we can have 10 attitudes only. Kasi nga pwedeng shared ang attitude. Sabi po natin kanina, yung iba maagang dumarating, o hindi lang naman yung isa ang maagang dumarating. So that form of behavior is applicable not only to one person, but to more persons. Etiquette and Manners. Next, appropriate personal behavior. We already talked about that. And effective communication. Again, our foundation here is effective communication. I nag-picture po si sir. It's okay, sir. Tapos, I can also give a PowerPoint. I mean, the PDF version. I hope it's alright. Kasi medyo mahirap gumawa ng PowerPoint sometimes. But I always give naman my materials for free. Ang issue ko po, kung mag-picture tayo, isama niyo po ako, sir. Para kung ipopost natin, I'm just joking. Sige po. So this is how we sabotage. Okay. O di, gawin natin negatibo para direct. If you want to sabotage your image in the workplace, emphasize your worst features. That's how you sabotage your image. Baliktarin lang po natin to make it positive if you want that version. What else? Minimize your good features. If you want to sabotage your image, what else? Disregard your grooming. If you want to sabotage your image, gawin natin negative para talagang tumatakbo sa atin. Reverse psychology, yes na. Kanina, I asked you of your brand. Hindi ko lang po natanong kasi lahat. And I also mentioned my brand a while back. And that's me serving as an MC and as a host. And so sometimes, since we are in a communication situation, it's always best that you dress one step higher. That's the rule for public speakers. Dress one step higher. Ay kung uniform yan, ay wala nang issue. You don't have a choice. That's why they say uniforms limit individuality. Kasi nga, whatever you wear, pare-pareho kayo. But, may binabagayan din ang uniform. You know what I mean when I say may binabagayan? Well, even if, for example, you have the same clothing, because if it's a uniform, it comes with how you project it while you are in it. Like, wow, parang dali-daling sabihin. Pero wala pa tayong issue sa appearance sa headset. That is one thing that you have built already. Moreover, wear inappropriate accessories. That's how you sabotage inappropriate accessories. Meron kaming teacher, ay na ako. I love this teacher. I love the teacher, that's first of all. Grad school. Nagsusulat siya sa board, ting, 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 ting. So ako namin, saan ang gagaling yun? Si Madam, meron pala siyang bagong bracelet na may mga bell-bell. Ay na. Ay sabi namin, ma'am, we love it. However, I don't think the context is fit. Pero kami lang nag-usap-usap. Siyempre, ang hirap sabihin kay Madam, right? Because she's the teacher in that particular context. And being the teacher, kung kami ay mag-comment, upward na yun. Upward communication direction. And kapag ka-upward, who are we to give her pieces of advice? Right? Okay lang sana kung lateral. Like kasama mo. Pwede pa lang, post ba sa mata? Okay lang kung friends. Because only friends can be cruelly honest. Yes. Mga kaibigan lang ang pumapasok sa bahay at tumidiretso sa ref. Only true friends can do that. Right? Pero tayo po kasi nasa school tayo eh. Kahit friends kayo, sometimes you still sustain your distance. Yes. That is true, because home life is still different from work life. Dress, do anything. Ay, alam na po natin yan. Sasabihin natin, Magna Carta, kaya no comment. Follow fashion blindly. Well, sabi natin kanina, may fashionista, at least regulated. Yung sinasabi ko kanina, same teacher, yung nagsuot ng bell, kung pink lahat. Kung violet lahat. Itago natin sa pangalan ng lubrika. I know that some of you are PSU, siguro graduates or whatsoever. Okay, you can imagine who I'm referring to. But in any way, we always love our mentors. Mentors will always be mentors, no matter what. Ang mentee ba nagiging mas magaling sa mentor? Well, it could be yes. If you find one who you have mentored now performing better compared to what you have, o di masaya na lang tayo. Congrats. Kasi sigurado ako, yung na-mentor mo, ganun din lang yung sasabihin niya later. I have the following people serving as my mentors. And we need that in every organization. Yes, we need a mentor in every organization. My mentor for emceeing and hosting happened to be Dr. Adamson Labi. If the name rings a bell, he first engaged in emceeing and hosting when we were in college, and right now we are workmates. And now we MC together. And mga tipong ganun. His pay is higher, but my performance is better. Seminar ba talaga to? Opo. So whatever is said here, ang mga tipong ganun, stays here. Of course, of course. So may mentor tayo sa lahat ng bagay. My mentor in research, we have two specific persons who happen to be the panel members of Miss Emily, Dr. Cara Canolam, Dr. Rhonda Tulay. Kasi nga implicit ang aming mentoring kasi sa university po. Implicit in the sense na kung gusto mong matuto sa research, it's your initiative. Because nobody will say, oh, yung may kasuro ka research, kastoy. Unfortunately, wala pong ganun sa ating mga schools. Napipilitan lang yung ibang mag-mentor kasi part ng academic requirement. Advisor eh. Paano? Yung ibang advisor na, hindi makagilap eh. I can mention some. Medyo. You know what I mean. Eh yun na yung mga gap, right, na dapat nating punan. Kasi nga, they are here in terms of social positioning. In the school, they're here. Pero paglabas nyo, mas lumalapit ang ating social positioning. Right now, pardon me po. Pardon me because I am serving as one of the speakers. And so in terms of positioning, right now, only now, I'm here. Nandito po tayo. Pero paglabas natin, ay syempre iba na ang consideration dyan. Kaya ganyan na. Correct? Eh kung ang consideration naman ay parent figure, ay wala po akong kailangan dyan. Wala nga pong nagpasign sa akin ng still single eh. If you talk about parenting, who am I to talk about parenting? So in terms of position, nandito naman ako. That's when I have to listen to you. Because you know parenting better. Mga tipong ganun. That's how important things are. Okay, now, reflection. Ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina. Pakibasa po ng malakas. 1, 2, 3, go.
Listeners evaluate you from the moment you walk to the front of the room.
Yes, wala ka pang sinasabi. You are already being evaluated. And so how do you set impression? Appearance. You look well. You smile. Di ba po? Pagpasok ko po kanina, pinilit ko pumumiti. Hindi. I was smiling. I don't know, I feel comfortable kanina. When I saw some of our teachers, kaya ako na po ang nag-ayos ng projector. Naginawa ko yung speaker. Urang na nakatagsagad ako na eh. Hindi, pero I don't know why. I really felt comfortable when I came in a while back. Kaya dumiretso na ako sa table, dumiretso na ako sa projector, I did this na. Buti na lang kasi Ma'am Emily ang nagsulat ng pangalan ko eh. I should have done it actually. Anyway, listeners evaluate you from the moment you walk up, even without you speaking. What is speaking for you? Your appearance, your clothing, I mean, your clothing and your facial expression. Requirement po kasi yan sa MCs. Alam mo yung habang hindi pa nag-start ang program, nandun ka sa podium, nakangiti ka na. Yes! It's a requirement. Ang kaamon ay sikagul. Kahit walang dahilan para ngumiti, you have to. Kasi nga, that is what people see upstage. Right? That's projecting something. So kahit hindi ka pa nagsasalita, so imagine na kung nagsalita ka after. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second day of our InSeT. Thank you for opting to be here because as of the moment, you could have opted to be in SM. You could have opted to stay home. Tapos pa-joke ng konti. Wala naman pa siguro nandito kasi pilitan lang. Okay. Something of that sort. And pakibasa po, 1, 2, 3, go.
No one is more conscious of your physical appearance than you are. When you don't look good, it changes the way you carry yourself and interact with other people.
That is true. Hindi ka po lalabas kung hindi ka komportable. Meron pong iba sa atin na ganun pa rin. Yung suot mo na, nagpalit ka pa. Tapos kailangan mo ng affirmation, so you ask your husband, your wife, your children, mayat ba? At syempre, they always lie para matapos ang issue. If you think it will exude your confidence, that's when lalabas ka na. Iba po sa akin ewan ko, hindi po sa pananamit. OCD sa matay to yan. Hindi ako lumalabas hanggat hindi ko chinecheck ang gasol. Talagang OCD talaga. May kanya-kanya tayong OCD sometimes. Kung hindi man sa outfit, something else. And anyway, the point here is, your confidence is added or increases if you think you look your best. Sadly, there will always be bad days because we do not feel our best every day. Yes, that's true. Kaya nga may circle tayo. Makimingle na lang tayo. Sino po bang walang problema? Bumbugin natin. Walang problema sa bahay. Kasi lahat po tayo yata may iniisip na concern. And it's difficult really to function in the job. I took my education units in 2009. Sabi nila, if you have a problem, leave your problem on the doorstep. Una na, di ba ganun po yung pinapalesson sa amin? Ipok-pok mo, haman. Alam ka sa pero ang hirap. Kasi ako sila na ang mood ko. Pero buti nung nasa college kami, sometimes sinatamad kami. Students, we have a meeting, library work. Gano'n na lang yung naging access ng iba. Yung iba nga, hindi nagka-class. And honestly, gano'n ang observation natin. May iba na hindi nagka-klase, especially sa context namin. Sa context po namin. Okay. Po, nasa DepEd din. Naka-expound nga sa time manager ka. I mean, kung reasonable naman yung reason, wala tayong magagawa. Kung reasonable. Ay, hindi naman pwede hindi mag-klase for no reason at all. Yeah, kami din naman, hindi kami nagka-klase pag may program and everything. Pero may kasama kami na sadyang hindi nagka-klase and we don't know why. How do we know it? We listen to what the students say. Sa evaluation mismo. Hindi nire-reveal ang evaluation po. We are evaluated at the end of the semester by students, by our boss, and by our colleagues. And dyan ang pumapasok yung mga tipo ngayon na magkakakilala na tayo. You know what I mean? Sige po, huwag kayo mag-alala kasi image pa lang po ito. I will not talk about this one, I hope it's alright. Nagpasan ko na. But in school, it's okay to have smart casual. In school. Smart casual is not maong. But, if you ever opt to have maong, especially for gentlemen, mas maganda na coat yung nasa taas. It still makes it formal. Nakamaong ka, formal shoes, and coat, and polo. Gone are the days na ang ating formal ay lahat-lahat lang na polo, with coat, which we don't do every day. Ang importante, di ba may collar? Especially among our students. Nag-entertain din po tayo ng interns, tama po ba? OJT. Practice teaching. Nag-orient po muna ang schools before they are deployed. Pero yung mga estudyante po ng sadyang pasaway. And we have to be admitting of that. So hindi sila papasok on time. So among our students po yun ang ini-enforce namin. We always tell them that 1 minute late, 30 minutes na groundwork. Imagine reaching that point. Kailangan ba yun? To tell college students to be early? Parang ganun po sa amin. Pardon me po. I'm already sharing what we do in our internship. Okay. So, don't be punctual. Sabotage your work. Magpaka-late ka. Kung saan ang buhay. Ay, ano pong time in, time out natin? Fingerprint? Biometrics? Yes, ma'am? Yung ano pa, yung ginaganon. Yung anybody can do for you. Yun po ba yun? Ay, sorry. Slip of the tongue. Slip of the tongue. Kasi kami po kasi biometrics. Pero ang ginagawa ng iba, after jogging, biometrics muna, uwi, maligo, babalik. Diba, may biometrics na. Kasi fingerprint po kami. And bumalik na, by the way, yung aming biometrics. During the pandemic, hindi po namin ginamit yon kasi, diba, natatransfer kung ano-ano. Bawat pipila kayo, kukunayin dyan. Kasi may iba na hindi gumagamit ng alcohol. Oh my God, as in, kunada ako. Yeah, I did mention some. Now, ito po yung gusto kong sabihin. Part of this is quite personal. I had a particular office, and so I have to make sure I am on time. Na kahit naman I will not serve as the head, I should be there. Noong pandemya, sinusulat po namin lahat. As in, we write the time. Kahit nasa bahay ka, ang DDR kanto, 7:50. Ay wow! Ang out, 7 o'clock. sinusulat. Nung bumalik na kami sa biometrics, in my case, I had to make it a point na panindigan yung mga pinagsusulat ko. So I always make it a point that I enter 7:10, 7:15, like I came here 7:30. Pero 8 o'clock po kasi sa amin, unless 7:30 yung klase mo, TTH. Kayo po yata 7:30 ang reporting, tama po ba?
Yes.
Ayun, 7:30 ang reporting. So who does the bandi? I'm just joking. Ayun. I made it a point that I enter to justify what I have been writing previously. Baka i-check ng human resource, pasok ko pa eh. Kung sinusulat, puro 7, nung actual 8, 9, yung mga tipong ganun. So those are things we have to be careful about. Sorry. Don't be pleasant. That's how you sabotage your work. Criticize in front of others. That's how you sabotage your work. When do we criticize? There's a timing for everything. Don't greet colleagues. Sabotage your workplace. Mahirap po bang sabihin good morning? Good morning, ma'am. Diyan ka muna yung ay, matong extra. You look like a bride, whatever. Okay. Ako po, hindi po ako talaga nag-greet sa lahat. Kasi believe it or not, we don't know each other. Not all of the persons in the university. Ang bilis nga ng panahon eh. Nakasabay akong estudyante ko dati. Estudyante ko siya dati when he was in college. So nagkasabay naman pumasok ng BS, sabi ko, hey, kamusta ngayon? Pag-work ka mo ngayon? Ano ka kasi? Sir, it is outside department. Ay na. Magka-work pala kami sa BSU. Okay, ibang department lang. We don't see each other from time to time. It's okay to greet. Walk in without permission. Then po ang college, sisilip-silip muna. Tapos pagpasok, kapag in-entertain, where is the table of? O, di table palang hinahanap mo eh. Not the person. I mean, I am sharing this so we could also orient our students. Na hindi yung sisilip-silip lang. Now, greet, state your purpose. Good morning, teachers. Tapos sasabihin niya, I'm looking for a map. Yung teacher namin sabi niya, do not leave anything on my table. Kung namin nakanood sa table, alam, estudyante, imbati na dyan datar. Ganon din sila kaliteral. So we have to guide them. Kasi strict yung kasama namin kung artwork ang usapan. Kasi art siya eh, si Ma'am Yvonne Buases. So do not leave anything on my table kung natin yung gabi ni Jai. Na-confuse yung bata. Siguro kung ako yung teacher ng common, karawa ako. When ako kumulata ko na. That's how it is. So we have to mention about our students. Ito naman po hindi natin maiwasan. Siyempre kung nasa faculty room tayo, hindi natin maiwasan tumawa. Well, it's okay. At least, not in the presence of the students. Okay, so here we go. The communication component, people. The communication component accounts for this. Pardon me po, I'll shift the communication. For Jhordan, speaking here for 1 hour, I'll be honest with you. How important is nonverbal? Bakit na-mention natin kanina pa ang facial expression? Bakit importante ang pananamit? It's because of this. You remember better only 7% of what is said. Yes po. I'll be speaking here for 1 hour. Only 7% of what I have been saying will be remembered. Baka yung kalokohan pa. Okay. 38% is accounted to my vocalics. Vocal. Mas maalam niyo po ang boses ko at kung paano ako magsalita. So in the future, mas marirecognize niyo pa ito kaysa yung mukha ko. Okay. We might be meeting po in the future, in the Department of Education, for example. And nakamasa ko eh. But when I say good morning, sir, baka it might ring a bell. That's how important non-verbal communication is. And of course, whatever they see in you is 55%. Let me expound. Ito po yung mga nakikita natin. So content is 7%. Pronunciation, stress, speech, di ba na po yan? Kung English ang usapan, stick to tayo dyan. Pero you know what? We don't have to sound like the American people. Ganun po ang bagong trend ngayon. Kahit may English subject ang mga bata, okay lang whatever pronunciation they have. Oray lang, na iba-ibaluyan, nakanta-kanta-nakaan, na ilo-ilokanuan. Okay? We can accept it. That's how it is now. And, isa-isahin natin. Oculesics is eye contact. Of course, when we talk to each other, regardless of how awkward it is. we have to do eye contact. Si Ading, nasaan si Ading na 30? Si Ading ba yun? Were you the one na tinanong mo kanina? Yung 30 years old? Ay, si sir. Hi. Ano ba kasi pinaglalaban natin? sorry. Si Ading naman, how young are you? Fresh grad ba tayo? 31. Ay, 31. When I was your age, I was 31. Si Ading okay lang, may eye contact naman. My point here is, syempre ang lapit. Kaya kitang-kita, right? Yung mga nasa likod, malapit din po ito. Kaya kitang-kita nyo if I'm looking at your eyes or not. Pero kung venue natin mas malawak, ibang usapan na yan. Kinesics and haptics, they go together. Dadaan lang po. Huwag po tayong magkalala. Kinesics is the study of gestures. If this is the study of eye movement, meaning you should look at the eyes of who you are talking to, this kinesics is a study of gestures. There are negative gestures, and there are positive gestures. Haptics is a study of touch. Kung may bisita tayo, pwede na po yata ang handshake ulit. Unlike before na fist bump. Okay po. Pero kung handshake man yan, you can make it firm. I-firm po natin ng konti ha. Huwag kayong masaktan. Para mas sincere. Firm handshake. Chronemics, I love chronemics. It's the study of time. Nakalinig ko na naman, no? Chronemics is the study of time. What's your brand? Kung nanando ko tayo na, dahil ka dyan, karalaga, o ay. Ayaw naman natin na gano'n ang brand natin. Alright? Kasi forever nang may isip yan. Chromatics, ito na po yung mga fashionista. It's the study of colors. So, whatever they see in you is more remembered for 55% versus what they hear. Ala, ganun ang mga bata ngayon. Sabi ng co-teacher namin, grabe yung estudyante, observant. Nag-comment daw yung bata, nagtilmon ni ma'am. Ay, wow. Ay, sabi ko, without you knowing. Diba? To that level. Kasi nataon po 7% lang of what you say. Kaya di ba may mga strategies tayo sometimes na hindi dapat pure lecture sa classrooms natin. Alam po natin yan definitely kasi you're oriented with the strategies. Okay, now this is what I was talking about a while back. Pardon, ipakita ko lang. Organizational protocol, proxemics is the study of social distance. Our distance now is not far. First of all, we are all teachers. It just so happened in the moment, I'm the speaker, kaya mas mataas po ang distance ko ng konti. Paglabas natin, balance na yan. Kung iba ko sa inyo, mas mataas pa. That's how we measure social distance. My point here is, you communicate differently with your friends compared to when you communicate with your boss. Okay. You communicate differently with your husband or wife compared to how you communicate to a colleague. There are things that you talk about only in the family, but not in school. Ganun po ang value ng proxemics because you are considering social distance. Ako rin naman po, I have my boss. My direct boss is Dr. Samuel Poliden, our Vice President for Academic Affairs. It just so happens our son is an Ibaloy who also comes from Bukod. So when we talk, much that I speak in English and Filipino, di ba kakaiba? Ni English mo yung alam mong kapwa mo Ibaloy. Siya na mismo ang nag-iibaloy so that, okay, sinimulan niya so I can just follow. Eh, ang pangit naman kung ako pang mag-iibaloy in the presence of the other staff members. Sir, wala ka layakwan ko. Okay, well, it does not give me much of a personality. So kahit kilala ko siya, we are in his office. Excuse me, andyan po ba si sir? May I consult with him? Hindi naman ako babasta lang pupunta sa kanyang table. I mean, well, that's it. Pero pagdabas namin, di pwede ko siguro gano'n. Okay, so, paglabas namin, ganyan, wala kami sa school. Lalo kung yan ay party, event, for example. Right? Ang hirap ang hawakan pa yung ibang tao eh. Hindi basta-basta hinahawakan. Lalo na kung high profile. Sige nga, akbayan natin si Dr. Estela Carino. Right? Ang hirap. Because you know that her position is basically there, serving as a director of the Department of Education. Okay, pero sometimes may mga pagkakataon na pwede. I hope we can expound further on this one. Is age a factor? Yes po. Age is a factor. Of course, natural kasi sa ating culture, if we talk to someone who is older, nandyan yung ating mga courtesy words. Si Miss Emily kasi, although halos magkaedad lang yata kami ni Miss Emily. Kidding. How young are you? 28. Hindi nga. Oo, sige. Hindi, 2000, anong batch ka na ulit? Ng college. Ay, 2014 ka ba? Oh, hindi, akala ko 2009 ka rin. Sino ka batch ko? 2014, mas bata pa si Ma'am Emily. Sorry naman. Parang facially kasi parang magka-age lang. Si Ma'am Emily po, pwede kong utusan. Pwede kong utusan ngayon. Like the water thing. Meron siyang pragmatic competence. What do I mean? Water. Kung nakalakat niya sa Dr. Piman, wala siyang choice eh. Other than me saying, Ma'am Emily, wala ka man, tinanong. So, direct versus indirect. We also need that. You know when to say stop based on how you observe the aura of the person? Maybe. Pero kung usapang age, more than Miss Emily serving as one younger than I am, nataon kasi yung context namin, previous student. Kaya talagang, pwede ko pa siyang utusan. In the future, si Ma'am Emily maging speaker. Much that I served as her previous professor, syempre siya ang speaker that time. Kaya mas mataas yung kanyang social distance. Siya ang nasa center ng attention. So who am I to say, oh, that's wrong because you are my former student? I don't think so. Hindi yun yung value ng percents. I hope na-realize po natin. I love that. Yan po yung mga gustong nakikita. Yung habang sinasabi mo, nasa ingay, tamis-tamis. Yung mga ganyang reaction. Okay, now, let me share to you how I was invited to speak in the Department of Education. Pardon me po, hindi ko na kinover yung, kinover ko ba? Kinover ko. Pardon me po, hindi po sa pagkaano, pero nataon kasi we were given the chance to talk in the Department of Education sa region. Now, here is an invite from that person. Itago natin sa pangalang Nover Keith Mente. So, hi sir, this is blank. Nover Keith Mente. We would like to invite you as one of our speakers for our training for supervisors on February 9. This was back in 2022. So last year pa po ito. You were recommended by one of our colleagues po. May I know if you're available? I received this via messenger. Nung una, I was doubtful. Pero nung binasa ko yung structure, wow! Kompleto ang words, walang na shortcut, correct ang grammar, pati punctuation and capitalization. Kung yung estudyante siguro may message ako ng ganito, re-replyan ko din siya ng complete package. Pero kung ang message sa akin ay shortcut, yung parang texting style, tapos hindi gaano tama ang pagkagawa, I might not believe. So syempre I had my doubts. Kakahiyang sa na-recommend. I responded saying, magkano ba? Joke lang. Hindi po. Sabi ko nga, okay mo sa akin ang tubig. Okay na po ang tubig. I will not show you how I responded, but I will give you the next response. Good AM, sir. May I have your email address po? I will send you the scanned copy in advance. I will drop by the office of the president, probably later this afternoon, to give the original copy. Did he do that? Yes po, he did. I gave my email. More than sending here the letter, I also received an emailed scanned copy. And he went to the office of the president. Ito lang yung issue ko dito siguro. Basta sa Jhordan lang yan. Ang ganda-ganda ng pagkasulat, i-issuehin mo pa yung capital letter P. Kasi ito po si President ng Pilipinas. How do I know? It's because of the capital letter that is only attributed to the President of the Philippines. For university presidents, well, okay lang naman na kahit naka-lowercase. Diba? I-issue mo pa. Wow, Jhordan. Sa correct ko ng grammar, wala na po makikipag-usap sa akin. Pati yung mga nag-message. Hindi, okay lang naman kung ano lang, group message na, yo, kumusta nga? Okay lang. Yung context po kasi dito, I was being invited. So, all courtesy. Ito po yung kanyang email. There. So, nakakatuwa, hindi lang niya in-attach. Meron siyang transmittal. Ay, wow, tutuwa rin ang po yan. Blah, 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 sending you a scanned copy of the invitation. Thank you, God bless. Wow, thank you ka agad. As if I agreed already. Yan po ang mahirap sa request letter. Request letters should not have thank you statements. Because you don't know yet if the person will or will not agree. Ayan, so nakareceive na po ako ng ganyang letter. I expect, wow, expect talaga. Yes po. Kasi nataon, kapag ikaw ang ni-invite, ang social distance, andito ka. Yung nag-i-invite, nandito ng konti. Correct? So the communication should be upward. Upward. So, all courtesy. That's it. Now, the day before or the week before, yan, nagpaano na naman. If you notice, nagiging informal na. Did you notice? Hello! Some hello na ngayon. Kanina lang, wala, good morning! Kung i-compare natin ang hello at good morning, ay mas mataas ang good morning versus hello. Mas formal, exactly ma'am. Ma'am, kayo na po. Joke lang ma'am. Sakto-sakto. So, just a gentle reminder regarding dami-dami niyan po. Ay, sorry. Nasaan yung mga po? 1, 2, and the line. May mga 3. May pamilya. Actually po, walang na kailan. If you need anything, feel free to chat me or beep me. Agas, ang beep. Kasi we don't have this language in the Philippines. Hindi ko na-encounter yan eh. Message me, gano'n na lang. Pero well, as part of his, siguro, formality. Thank you, sir. So tapos na yung speaking and everything. I mean, nandun na ako. Ang ending namin, ganyan na. Di ba? Yan yung message niya sa akin. Wala nang capitalization. Kasi basically, through time na nagsisend siya ng message, mas lumapit yung aming distance. Tapos, oo. Nalaman ko, ibaloy pala siya. Ay ako. Kasi kung ibaloy pala siya, alam ko na in the first place, mas malapit na naman ang distance. Ang can I see my day beat me or whatever. Opening language is a way of communicating to each other. Salamat dyan pa siya. This is me saying, welcome po, tagwi man mo iba din welcome, hehe. Tapos reaction niya, yan o. This happens kapag lumalapit na yung distance niya. O siyempre, yung una naman, all complete. Diba? Kanina kumakabo eh, tapos ngayon hinahahahahan niya. Lumalapit message. It's a relationship. May tawag po dyan. May tawag dyan, kaya maingay ang mga estudyante after 2 weeks of class. Asan na yung ay ba? It's what we call the propinquity effect. Sa first day of class, tahimik ang mga bata. After 2 weeks, nakadevelop na sila ng relationship because of propinquity effect. Kaya maingay na sila to the extent na ikaw na ang nakikisigaw. Hindi lang po elementary, pati college. My God! All throughout we thought, magmamature ang mga estudyante because of the K-12. Pero hindi po nabaliktad. Same personality. Walang patawad, pati corridor. Yeah, pati corridor, nag-iingay. Okay, so aspects. Dito naman tayo sa spoken. Ito naman po ay pa-short lang. Aspects of delivery, eye contact is needed. Gesture, of course we need that. Voice and pace. Pace here, sirs and madam, is actually pausing. Pause. How fast? How slow? Can you deliver or you speak whenever you communicate? I'm almost there, so that we can actually have a sort of a question and answer in our second topic. It's not in the program, however, I hope it's alright if I share to you as well some rudiments in terms of research. Yung how po, yung how.
Wow.
To assist you further. I mean, this is an added request. Diba? Gusto ko yung gano'n eh, yung i-request na ng Ma'am Emily. Kasi yung mga added request na bigla na lang, mas mahal po yung gano'n. I'm just joking. May tubig naman eh, absolutely. So eye contact is important. Again, how many percent po? How many percent po ang eye contact, gesture, face? 50. What you said is 7%. How you sound is 38%. Whatever they see in you, that's basically 55%. So imagine if you have a total package. So nung online po ang classes, unfortunately wala nang gesture. Kasi half body lang makikita, sometimes mukha lang. Di ba po nung online? And we do not even, cannot assure if they really are participating. Yung mga estudyante na mismo nagsabi, awan sir, nag-distract kami mat lang. Kaya actually po, nung na-declare kami ng face-to-face, ang daming pumapasok every day. So they enter every day. Face-to-face na po ang Benedict State University. Para sa budget. Kasi ang ating head po ng education sa Senate, Pia Cayetano, pinagalitan yung mga SUCs. Dapat daw yung face-to-face last semester pa. Pero ang BSU kasi nag-blended pa eh. Ginagawa ng ibang SUC, sinasabi nila face-to-face just for the budget, but in actual, it's blended. Ayaw ko saan yung reveal, pero diba, alam na natin yan. Benedict State University now has 14,000 students. 14,000 students, yes po, and we only have more than 10 buildings. So agawan po tayo ng classroom ngayon sa BSU. And that's another reality. I'm just saying. But I love BSU. Okay, so just bypassingly, we're almost at the end para mag-question and answer portion na lang tayo. Just bypassingly, maintaining a professional image is for you understanding your role. Hindi po pwede na walang role ang isa sa atin sa organization. You have your own role. Tinatanong dito tayo sometimes, so role? Yes, if you ask me, do I procrastinate? I do procrastination, oh my goodness. Kung ang deadline ay bukas, gagawin ko siya the night before. Yeah, I also do that sometimes. Kasi pressure din kapag ka talagang pipilitin mong tapusin. May priority now, with me being 30 years old. Ewa, react agad si Ma'am Eliwe. My priority now is sleep. Honestly po, sleep. Matulog ka lang, masaba up to do my preparation for the day after. Ating familiar ka, you look familiar, I don't know where I have seen you. Saan ka gumraduate, yes?
Sa MPSPC po siya.
Ay, MPSPC. Hello, Dr. Kwe. Sasabihin natin, sino si Dr. Kwe? Siya po yung MPSPC president. Okay, nice. How did you come here? Or taga dito ka talaga?
Yung sir, dun po ako sa province namin. And then, pumunta po ako dito sa Baguio nung graduate na ako. Kasi dito ako
Review.
Yes.
Ay, and you applied here.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Sige. Para sa kinabukasan yan. So you're coming from MPSPC. So yung sinabi ko kanina, mga mountain province, parang galing magsalita. Siyempre, kukontrolin mo na, right? Sorry. Meron taga-bukod. Kaya po, taga-bukod na nag-asawa dyan mountain province. O siyempre, yung anak nila, lumaki sa bukod. Ang bukod kasi alam po, malumanay. Jet, naagang ka, mangang ka ang. Ganon yung aming language. Wala, may taga-J transference natin mountain province. Nagsama si Obing. Nakito, ay si Kasi ako, me! Siyempre, umiyak yung bata ko na naman. Hindi ako kaya, pinagsakin ka na. Sorry ko. It's the impact. Okay, pero ano I don't mean anything. At least para maintindihan natin na sometimes it comes with how we say things. Okay. Pero, tama na yung buwato. Wait, yung ibang teacher namin sa BSU, malumanay lang pero galit na pala. Yeah. Yung asawa ni Ma'am Luplica kanina na sinasabi ko, si Ma'am Susena yung Belbel. Yung asawa niya si Dr. Joel Luplica. Ay na, grabe si Ma'am Dr. Joel. Tahimik lang, pero masasaktan ka talaga at lahat. Dumiretso ako sa kanya one time. Sir Joel, I have to verify something about my time in my DDR. Isa lang sinabi niya, nakahiya ako talaga ko na Jhordan, bago ka ba umakyat dito, binasa mo muna yung nasa bulletin board. Diba? Kalmado. Pero alam, grabe, nag-flash ako doon sa bulletin board. Because my question should not be asked to him. Everything is in the bulletin board. Tapos wala rin siya i-read. Right? Ganun tayo sometimes eh. Ang gusto natin madaling buhay. Gusto natin direct na answer when everything pala is just in whatever we have to go through by reading. Realization sa akin yun. So right now, I do the same. I don't sign any document if I think it passes my writing standard. Wala naman po akong writing standard. Alam niya ni Miss Emily. Hindi nga siya nag-edit ng manuscript ng 3 times ba? And then joke lang. Something in terms of the writing. Why? Kasi hindi po tayo basta-basta nagsasign, lalo na kung may mali dun sa content. Is it not? Tama po yan. Of course, our ex can attest to that. It's your name being at stake if you do it na hindi mo man lang tinignan. Okay. As I was saying, we have our various roles, and your role is important. You contribute to the total performance of the school. Kahapon you had your review po of the school performance, and you were saying there are low results in terms of some of the things that you should address better. Kaya pumapasok ang action research eh. Actually po may mga concern akong i-share mamaya about how we deal with action research. I also, by the way, edit research in DepEd sometimes. Magkano naman? And sometimes they consult because some of our students are working in DepEd. Tapos medyo meron akong sinasabi sa kanila na kinakagulat nila in terms of the conduct of the action research. Let's find out some about that later. Positive relationships, pardon? Be visible. Ang saya. We are rated in our DPCR, Department Performance and Commitment Review. I don't know kung anong counterpart po nun sa inyo. IPCR. Nakalagay doon, 100% attendance to all meetings. Tapos kailangan pa mag-attach ng ebidensya. Nakahiya naman. No, actually kailangan din yun sometimes. Pero may mga times din naman na hindi naman kailangan lahat i-document. Sorry po, kasi may ibang kasama namin, honestly, motivated na lang by, may damanday ko, ay, ada ba ni NBC points na? Ay, wow, NBC points. NBC po is our promotion. So, hindi na lang gumagalaw kung walang NBC points. So, yung iba ganun ng language. Ay, why NBC points? Ay, medyo attempt ko yung nakanta natin. Pero hindi naman na. Right? O yan, magkakasalanan tayo. You know what I mean? Okay. And ito po, ask for feedback. At the end of my presentation, I'm hoping we also have an evaluation. Kasi mag-i-evaluate naman tayo ng mga speakers, right? Yes. What's the scale of the evaluation? 1 to 5? Okay po ang 5. Everybody, okay lang ang 5. Hindi, joke lang. Na-alarma na naman si Ma'am Emily. And learn from your mistakes. Yes po. Jhordan, I was actually saying to Ma'am Emily, am I qualified to talk about this? Because I can highlight the communication part. But in terms of everything that we have in human resource, I have never been a perfect employee. May time din naman, ako'y tinaman. Talagang pinipilit na akong mag-report. At buti na, may leave na tinatawag. During accreditation, mga tipong ganyan, I have had those episodes too. But right now, ganun po yata ang tumatanda. Pardon me, at nagmamature. Baka sabihin natin, ilang taon ka na ba, Jhordan? Para wala namang issue, 40 na lang, 40. Para wala nang issue. Usapang edad. There. Ang daling sabihin, pero ang hirap actually tanggapin. Lalo na to. Lalo na to. Kaya nga, KKK approach. KKK approach. You kiss the person, you kick the person, and you kiss the person again. Para nakatago yung medyo gusto mong i-improve sa kanya. Actually, ang ginawa niyo po yata in the identification of the topic is self-assessment. Self-assessment sometimes is dangerous. Because you know it's yourself who assess how far you can do compared to what others actually see as your actual performance. Kaya kung research ang usapan, like performance of students, wag ka nagpapa-self-assessment lang for students because sometimes self-assessment tests can be deceiving. We need a form of verification. Okay. Yan. Ganyan po ang yung sumagot ka ng exam pero alam mong mali.
Ano yun?
Yan po ba?
Yan. Ito po, akala mo tama pero hindi po. Orange ka, hindi ka bawang. Hindi, kidding aside. Ito ba yung sinasabi ko kanina, sometimes, even if you come from a different environment, you find ways in order for you to fit in. Yeah, orange ka nga, hindi ka bawang. There we go. You find ways for you to fit in. Fitting in, yes po, BDO. I was paid to advertise. Eto po medyo matindi. Talagang you don't belong to the break. But you simply have to be there and function. These are just analogies, of course. You only have 4 to 6 seconds to make a good impression. Smile. Yun, smile. Ito pong asset natin, sabi ko nga. Only one smile. Moreover, pakibasa po. 1, 2, 3, go.
The attitude you choose to display is up to you.
The attitude that you choose to display is up to you. There. Pardon, in terms of personality, sometimes hindi po yan napepeke. Kasi ang personality, pagkatao. Pagkatao yan. Ang attitude, you can change that. You can change it. You know how to distinguish between good and bad behavior for that matter. Okay. Now, actually this is how I do as well in the classroom. Kaya sometimes yung mga estudyante ko siguro, akala nila baliw yung teacher. Di ba nga, sometimes we do things to put the message across, even in the classroom. Lalo na kung boring yung ating subject. Sino bang gusto ng grammar? Sa mga English teachers, meron po bang, hindi, you are all English teachers. Di ba lahat po kasi? General. Yan, that's what I love about my mom being an elementary teacher as well. Kasi nga general yung ating hinahandle. I'm almost there. I-click ko na lang si Camel lesson. We'll just read the Camel lesson and then I will entertain some questions if there are. Tapos we will shift to some tips in the making of your research. I hope it's alright.
Yes.
Pero pardon me, because hindi ako magiging theoretical, mag-uusap lang po tayo. When I say theoretical, don't worry. I don't have slides saying what is quanti, what is quali. You have your background already. Ang ipofocus ko lang, yung karamihan hindi natin nare-recognize. But before that, let's take a look at the camel lesson. May learning din pala sa camel. Sige, kung sinabi ng batang camel, yeah, it's correct. Opo, kasi tama na lahat ngayon. Camel lesson. Camel and a child camel. So the child asks, Mother may ask you some questions. Sure, why son? Is there something bothering you? Why do camels have humps? Ang curious ang bata. Di ba ganun po ang bata? Well, son, we're desert animals. We need the humps to store water, and we are known to survive without water. Okay, then why are our legs long and feet rounded? Son, obviously they're meant for walking in the desert better than anyone does. Then why are our eyelashes long? Sometimes it bothers my sight. My son, those long thick eyelashes are your protective cover. They help to protect your eyes from the desert sand and wind. Let me continue. I see. So the hump is to store water when we are in the desert. The legs are for walking through the desert. And these eyelashes protect my eyes from the desert sand. Just one more question, Mother. Yes, dear? What the hell are we doing in the zoo? I think the message is clear. But I love the story about the desert. Skills, knowledge, abilities, and experiences are only useful if you are at the right place. Where are you now? So the first hour that we have is only on reminders. Reminders about what we need to observe in the workplace. Because we always need to capacitate ourselves. And although I come from Benguet State University, an outsider, I always say, we share a common denominator. We also observe things that might be positive or negative. Not among each other, in the workplace sometimes. Baka meron din tayong dapat na improve, kaya pumapasok ang intervention. Okay, so that would basically end my first presentation, ladies and gentlemen, so that we can prepare for some questions about research. I am humble to share some, but I am not saying I am really an expert. It just so happened most of the subjects that I handle in Benguet State University are research by nature, and we also do research in academic advising. Sige po, we pause. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much.